Caitlin Ellis, the Sacktown Insider, Rogue Edition, Corona Chronicles, and today I have a very special guest, Jenn Bryan. How are you doing?
I am fantastic, Caitlin. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I want to thank you so much for joining us today and taking the time. Can you please tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I own the Queen of Dating, but in addition to owning the Queen of Dating, I went back to education since the pandemic happened. So I have been running the Independent Studies Special Ed program for a school district while teaching simultaneously, and it has been quite the adventure.
Can you please tell our audience what inspired you kind of to get into the Queen of Dating as well as education?
Absolutely. So I grew up with a half brother that was special needs. And as a child, I saw that. And I always loved babysitting and working with kids. And I was supposed to go to law school, and I graduated in 3 years. And 3 weeks before I started law school, I decided I wanted to be a teacher. And so I decided to go on that path and started teaching in Anaheim. I started in first grade. And then teacher layoffs happened about 13 years ago, and I moved back to Sacramento. And I missed the dating life and the dating culture of Southern California. And so I was driving in the car one day, and I decided that I would find a solution. I was the solution. I was great at dating, and I came up with the idea for the Queen of Dating. And I have never taken one business class, had no clue what I was doing. Went home, started the website, started the company, and the rest is history. I became a dating coach and was doing events and was on TV within 3 months of launching the company.
That's amazing, going from law school to doing what you do now. But can you please tell our audience next, what, for anybody that's looking to get into either coaching or teaching, anything like that, what advice would you give?
I would give them the advice to be kind to yourself. It's going to be a learning process, and ask people that know what they're doing. I had no clue you needed to apply for business licenses or any of those things, but thankfully I had friends in different avenues that I utilized their skill sets. So it was kind of work smarter, not harder. And I would always ask people for their advice, their experiences, so I wasn't making the same mistakes over and over again, and try to streamline the process of learning, educating myself, and then being able to help others from that knowledge I would gain.
And with the pandemic right now, many people have been affected in different ways. Can you please tell our audience, how were you affected by COVID-19 at the beginning as well as now?
Well, I was living in Sacramento, and I had been in Sacramento for 11 years, and I had wanted to move back to Southern California, but given that I had made such a niche market for myself with the Queen of Dating and all the fun media things I got to do, I didn't move back. I didn't want to uproot my life. And then when COVID-19 hit, I had the opportunity to move back to Southern California, and I took it and I started over, and it was amazing because I needed a change, and moving back has been so amazing for me. First of all, I got to go back to the beach and all the things that I love. It was so good for my mental health and healing and taking that time for myself, which I wasn't able to do when I was constantly hosting events and helping other people. And then it helped me to reevaluate and figure out what I wanted my future to look like. And when I went back into education, I realized how much our students actually need people to advocate for us and be able to serve as that special population. And it reminded me of why I got into this to begin with, which is always to help others, to give my pain a purpose and be able to kind of move that forward. So here I am now working with you on all these amazing projects, and I cannot wait for everyone to find out what we're working on.
It's going to be an amazing adventure. And that's great to hear that even though I know we're all going through this right now, that you've been able to move back and do what you love. But can you please tell our audience next, in lieu of COVID-19, what are some of the other things you've been working on?
Well, I am working on the next chapter with Jenn Bryan, which I am so excited to be a host of and be able to interview people kind of talking about their journeys and how they persevered through hardships, struggles, and how they've come up on top, because we need those inspirational stories to be able to find hope, find pain in the purpose, and also to kind of motivate ourselves, because we've been isolated now for 2 years. And I think that people in their mental health struggles are now at the all-time high. And how do we kind of move forward with that? So mental health advocacy as well. Also, I am so excited to be the dean of the Las Vegas Insider Art Institute. And I am so excited. You're the first one that I am sharing the news with. And I could not be more excited to be able to give people that I deserve this opportunity to be able to go to school for media production, film, and I cannot wait for this next adventure, combining my love of media and education all in one.
It'll be so much fun. I know it's gonna be an amazing opportunity, especially, teaching the kids. But if anybody would like to follow more of your journey and see what you're up to, where can they follow you?
Of course, so they can follow me at the Queen of Dating on any social media platform.
At this time, is there anything else you'd like to share with our audience? Maybe you're something you're working on now or in the future?
I am just so grateful and thankful for all the opportunities and the support. 2 years ago, when I moved back to Southern California, I never thought I would have the opportunity to be on TV or media or working in this capacity again. So thank you to everyone that has supported me and been so encouraging and so positive. It has been quite the journey, and I just cannot wait to share in the journey as it continues to unfold the next chapter.
Well, again, I want to thank you for joining us and taking the time. It's been great catching up with you and talking about everything you've been working on. And I hope you have a successful 2022.